Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, my name's Brandon and I sell men's clothing on eBay. This is day 41 of the What Sold series where I show you my daily eBay sales. And at the end of the video, I'll give you a breakdown of my profit and all the numbers. Now, let's go ahead and jump into those sales. The first sale of the day is a Roan t-shirt in a men's 2XL. It took about 2 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. I'm actually a little bit surprised it took so long to sell. This is a great brand and it usually sells quicker than this. Sale number 2 was a Dixon flannel in a men's 2XL tall. It sold in 1 day for a best offer of $45 plus shipping. Sale number 3 was a Nike track jacket in a men's 4XL. It took about 2 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $18 plus shipping. Sale number 4 was a Ducks Unlimited full zip jacket in a men's XL. It took about 1.5 years to sell and it sold for a best offer of $12 plus shipping. I wouldn't suggest picking this brand up. So number 5 was a Black Quail Mira Golf polo shirt in a men's XL. It took about 2 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $31 plus shipping. These Mira Golf polos do really well, M-I-U-R-A. It's a golf brand and they'll be on different tags. This one was on a Black Quail tag. I've also found one on a Peter Millar tag, but the Mira stuff does really well. Actually sells for a lot more than I expected. So number 6 was a vintage Adidas soccer AC Milan shirt jersey, and it was new with tags. It sold in 3 months for a best offer of $22 plus shipping. So number 7 was another Dixon flannel in a men's 2XL. This one was the Pennywise, and they all have their own name on it. That was just the name of this one, but this one sells really well, so keep an eye out for it. It sold in 2 days for full price $70 plus shipping. I'll show you guys what the tag looks like. And as you can see the name right there, Pennywise, they all have a different name on them for whatever kind of flannel it is. Sale number 8 was a 01 Algo Henley shirt, and it sold in 5 months for full price $20 plus shipping. This brand, it feels really nice and you think it would do really good, but it doesn't sell that well. It's pretty slow and doesn't sell for that much money, so I'd probably pass going forward. So number 9 was a vintage 80s Levi's denim vest. It was Sherpa lined and it was in a good size men's XL. It took 30 days to sell and it sold for full price $40 plus shipping, and that was with some flaws on it. So number 10 was a pair of A Gold women's jeans. They took 5 months to sell and they sold for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. I know this brand is pretty good for women's jeans, but this is not a great style. This is like an old school style. It's super skinny and that's not really in anymore, so it took a while to sell. So number 11, I thought this was really cool and I picked it up. It's a Spider sweatshirt in a men's XL, but it has a US ski team logo. It's like a racing thing for ski racing. But it took 18 days to sell and it sold for full price $50 plus shipping. So number 12 was an Untuck It button-up shirt. It took 43 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $12 plus shipping. It did have a few scuffs on it because it is a men's 2XL. It should normally sell in the $18 range, but since it had the couple scuffs on it, I was happy to just take the offer and move on. Usually when items have flaws, I'm happy to just take some offers and get them moving. I don't want my store to get full of items that have flaws. So number 13 was a vintage Banana Republic safari shirt. It took 8 days to sell and it sold for full price $25 plus shipping, and that was with a few flaws on it. So if it was in perfect condition, it probably could have got 30 to 35 bucks. So number 14 was a Dixon flannel in a men's 4XL. This one was called the Evergreen. It sold in 2 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. And sale number 15 was also another Dixon flannel in a men's 4XL. This one was called the Southie, and it sold in 2 days for $25 plus shipping as well. I've noticed that the 4XLs in the Dixon flannels don't do as well as the 2XLs. So for Dixon flannels, I think that probably the large XLs and 2XLs are most likely the best. Anyways, that's the end of the sales. Let's go ahead and jump into those numbers. On October 11th, we sold 15 items for a total gross sales of $566.03, giving us an average sale price of $37.74. As you know, the selling costs and net sales are always inaccurate. Let me give you guys the real numbers. So the selling costs were $178.73. The breakdown for that is $68.96 in eBay final value fees, $101.53 in shipping labels. That is a little bit higher. It is getting towards the winter time, so my shipping cost per item will probably go up a little bit because I'll be selling some heavier items, some jackets, all those Dixon flannels. All the men's 2XL ones have to go priority mail, so those cost $7.60. So my shipping label cost per item is going to go up a little bit. Now on to the promoted listings. I spent $8.24 on promoted listing fees. 5 of my 15 sales came via promoted listings. I promote all my items at 5%, and I'm happy to pay any extra fees to get those sales. Anyways, if I take away those selling costs as well as the taxes and fees collected by eBay away from the gross sales, that gives us our net sales of $364.87. We still need to take away our cost of goods. I use an average cost of goods, which is currently at $11.11, which gives us a total cost of goods for the day of $166.65 for the 15 items. I think this cost of goods, I do use averages, so I'm not going to change it, but this is probably a little bit low for the day. I think I sold 4 or 5 of the Dixon flannels, and I paid anywhere between like $23 to $30 for those. So I think my real cost of goods is probably closer to $200 for the day, but since I always use averages, I'm not going to change. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up and give you a little bit more transparency into the day. Anyways, once we take away the cost of goods away from the net sales, that gives us a net profit for the day of $198.22. A pretty good day, and I would say maybe just a tiny bit above average or right about average. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for day 42 of the What Sold series. Peace.